Hi, Pile 3. So, what are we going to get started with here first? I think we're going to use this card first. The Exalted Urchin. So, I feel like you could be a healer in this pile. I really feel healer energy from this pile. I feel like there may be someone who is like this homeless person or like an abused person or like you know, somebody that is just really not that great of a person that is put on a pedestal by everyone around them. Somebody that is very has a lot of praise and a lot of attention even though they don't deserve it. They really are have crawled their way out of nastiness, and even though they're still covered in it completely, people are thinking that they're this bright shining gem. It's kind of what I'm getting from that. We have someone who reached for the stars, compassionate person, knowledgeable person. And this could have been you too, healer and shaman. So I feel like if you are a healer, that you are somebody who had to work your way from the bottom up, that you came from so much pain and trauma and hurt and abuse in your life. And you know what? Most healers have. Where do you gain the wisdom? You can gain knowledge from books, sure, but wisdom comes from actually living through things. So I feel like a lot of you actually lived through a lot of things. You are somebody who has reached for the stars, somebody who has gone after your dreams, somebody who's very compassionate, loving, understanding, somebody who's very knowledgeable, and a healer or a shaman. And there's a lot of people talking about your healing abilities and about the wisdom that you have gained through the things that you have gone through as well. But I feel like there's somebody in the background who came from a similar background as you and decided not to put in that work to heal and decided to appear to be that way anyway. And I feel like they may be talking about you a lot as well. If there is somebody like that, let me know in the comments. You eat healthy and make healthy decisions in your life. You are someone who loves and cares for yourself in all the right ways. If you need space, you take it and you give that same freedom to others as well. So you're somebody who enjoys your space, enjoys your time. You give that freedom to other people. You're somebody who takes care of yourself and loves yourself and makes space for other people around you to take care of themselves and love themselves. You're somebody who is very interdependent with the world around you. You are very intellectual. You love learning, reading, researching, and gaining any info that you can. You love libraries and debates about things that you are into. I think it was pile 1 had a lot about researching as well, if you were drawn to that one. So you're somebody very smart. You're somebody who loves learning, reading, researching. You love to gain any information you can, which is why you're so knowledgeable. You're not just knowledgeable, though. I feel like you have that wisdom and that knowledge, and both of those things together are a phenomenal thing to have, really just amazing to have. You love libraries and debates about things that you're into. So you enjoy debating things, not necessarily arguing about things. People don't understand and realize there is a difference between a debate and an argument. A debate is something where people are logically discussing something with proof and facts and backing up their stories. An argument is where somebody just starts calling you random names because they can't support their side of what they're saying. I've been there actually with this exalted urchin type of energy. And that's why I was saying I feel like there's somebody like that in your life too, is because that person tries to make you out to look horrible, but they just end up coming out looking horrible because they can't even debate with you or discuss something with you without turning it into something nasty like that. You are only concerned about money, a workaholic that doesn't make time for what's truly important. You live in a fantasy world and couldn't handle reality. Others just never learned to dream and put in the work to make them come true. They might have allowed others to convince them what they wanted was childish and it was time to grow up. You know better. By the way, in pile 2, there is a very similar message to that as well. There may be people who chose this pile who chose a few different piles. You know what? People are saying that you're only focused on money and you're only focused on work. And you know what? I bet you put out a lot of work for absolutely no money in return in this pile, too. I bet you gave the people saying this so much time, energy, and attention to help them heal and to help them grow and to help them learn and overcome their issues. But you walked away because at the end of the day, they weren't willing to make the choice to heal. They wanted to continue living in this comfort zone. This person in particular that I've been talking about this entire reading told me at one point, what if I see these cycles at this point? What if I see what I'm doing? What if I see how things can be changed, but I want to just continue doing the same thing anyway and living the same way anyway? And I was like, well, change is going to come whether you like it or not, and it's going to come even harder if you put it off. And so this person chose to stay. And I feel like that's a lot of the people you might be dealing with on this front. And I really feel like these people just never really went after their dreams. They never really had to put in the hard work it takes to make them come true either. And so they are hating on you for finding something that is so important to you and you feel like you have such a purpose towards, that you are putting in the hard work to make it come true. And also, if you are falling into workaholic tendencies, make sure that you're taking time out for what's truly important to you as well. And also, it's just a childish energy to not want to put in that work as well. So I wouldn't worry too much about it. Lies and backstabbing from those that you trusted. You are naive and childish and should be protected. The ones saying this refuse to allow others in because of past pain and fear and rejection. Or because of past pain and fear of rejection. If you don't let others destroy you and test their loyalty before giving the bigger things, then you're doing just fine. You can't hide away because you may be hurt. You are so strong to put your heart out there after all you have been through. Not to mention, as being a healer here, you have to be able to be around people who are in low vibrations. Who else are you healing? You're not healing people in high vibrations, so you're attracting many people of lower vibrations. And some people can just be very worried or protective of you or feel like you're going to get hurt. And here's the thing. If you are passionate about what you're doing and you truly want to pursue being a healer, then you have to be okay being around those people. And you have to be okay knowing that those people, those very same people you're trying to help, may stab you in the back. And you have to be okay with walking away and cutting them off when they do. And guess what? If you're doing all of that and you're protecting your energy and you aren't allowing those people close enough to hurt you in ways that are going to be debilitating, but only in ways that aren't really that important to you, then you're doing just fine. And that's what you're supposed to be doing as a healer. I'm sorry, but some people think that you should block out all negative energies all the time. Well, if you're a healer, you can't do that. The people with negative energies are the ones you are helping. Six of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, the Fool, Queen of Pentacles again. So there's a lot of good things too. Five of Swords and the Moon. So there's a lot of hidden gossip, secrets, things that aren't quite revealed to you. You are somebody who jumps into the unknown. You are somebody who faces this darkness with absolutely no fear. You are not afraid to dive deep and to dive underneath the surface and to touch your vulnerabilities, to touch other people's vulnerabilities, and to be sensitive, emotional. You're somebody very psychic and intuitive, somebody who is really in depth. You are not a surface level person. You are somebody who goes very in depth with other people. Some people may say that you're just fighting to win and that you have no one around you because you're fighting to win or because you're only after money. Some people may say that you're very much in your ego, but I feel like you have had to work so hard to overcome the challenges and obstacles that have been in your way, and you have a lot of recognition, success, and victory coming to you. And once again, pile 2 had a lot of the similarities going on with this pile. I feel like you're somebody who knows your worth, you know your value, and people say that, they see that, they know this, they know that you know your worth, know your value, they know that you are somebody who is very fertile, very strong, very stable, very grounded, very solid, loyal, committed, somebody who has very good intentions as well. You're somebody who really has a lot of good intentions, and you're somebody who takes leaps of faith. You trust in your own wings to be able to fly if you jump off the branch. You don't question it. You know that you will be protected by your guides, by your angels, by your God, by your ancestors. You will be protected from the people who are hurting you. You know this, and so you take that leap of faith. And if there's a little bit of gossip and hurtful, negative people in the background that are doing messed up things, you don't really care because you know that you're going to have victory anyway. You know that what you are working on is going to pay off, and you are working on it because it's something not only important to you, but it is something important to this world that's going to bring a lot of healing and raised vibrations and goodness. You are somebody very good, very pure, very loving, somebody who knows your worth and value, though, and so you do not let people into the deeper parts of yourself unless you feel you can trust them and they are offering the same back in return as you are. And that's an amazing quality too, to be able to sort out those things. And I feel like there are just people who are upset because they were playing to win, and they were bashing your name, bashing your reputation, gossiping, lying, causing drama and chaos, and you walked away from them. I feel like you walked away from people that were not good for you, that were really using all the gifts you had for their own selfish purpose and weren't really putting it to use in the ways that it was intended for. And good on you for that. So that's what I have for this pile, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed this reading. I would absolutely love to hear what you had to say about it in the comments below, how you feel about this, who this person may be that is really gossiping about you in a negative way. And I hope you guys have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. Bye bye, guys. Pile 4. Oh, we got 2 of these cards for pile 4. I kind of forgot about that. Oh, so you may have dealt with somebody who had DID, dissociative identity disorder, or multiple personality disorder. Somebody that really just has many different faces or many different ways that they act. Gemini could be, it's kind of like that Gemini energy. This is actually the Lovers card in this deck, but it's called the Twins in this deck. I feel like you have really dealt with somebody who was basically engineering everything in your life, who was engineering a lot of the people around you. When I say engineering, I'm kind of thinking like orchestrating. They were orchestrating just a lot of different negative things, and they may have been showing you one side, but the other side was hidden beneath the surface, and could have been a Sagittarius as well. Either way, this person was very two-faced, very destructive, very hurtful. They showed you this kind, caring, loving face so they could get close to you. And behind your back, they were stabbing you repeatedly, is kind of what I feel like for this pile here. So we have Acquaintance. So even though I feel like you thought you knew this person very, very well, but really you only knew the surface layer of this person, or it could just be somebody that you never really got to know. We have Grandma. We have competent person, impossible person. So I feel like there's a lot of people saying that you're a very competent person, but you're very stubborn, very impossible to work with. Could even be this person that's talking about you could be an impossible person to work with, very stubborn, very incompetent. And that's why they may have been so. I feel like this person was really, really, really jealous of you. And that's why they did all the things they did, is because they were in a competition with you and they're just very incompetent while you're somebody who is very competent. Your grandma may be important as well for a lot of you. I feel like it's a grandma who has passed on to the other side, who is watching over you and who is taking care of things in the background. I have my own. So, let's see. Your outfits are so unique. You are one of a kind. No one could ever fill your shoes, even if they tried. You are very different, and don't feel like that is a bad thing. It's what makes you beautiful and you. Don't change unless it's to bring more of yourself out. So this person may have been somebody who was portraying a part of themselves and realized that this part of themselves wasn't the real them. And also, I feel like they were just really jealous of your ability to stand out and shine, your ability to just really truly be yourself and embrace all of you and put that out into the world, because I feel like this person has a really hard time embracing their whole self and putting that out into the world. I feel like this person may have even been like single white female with you a little bit, where they were really trying to copy you, be you, steal your ideas, use your ideas, steal your sense of fashion, things like that. And they were really avoiding looking at themselves and seeing what they wanted to be and bringing out what they wanted to be. You are so good at your job. You are good with people and are very considerate. You are good with money and can make it stretch easily. So you're somebody very kind, very good at your job. You're very considerate of other people, their feelings, and what they're going through. You have a lot of empathy, and you're really good with money. You can make it stretch easily, and you can save it easily. You're somebody who really is very financially adept. We have, oh, you are crazy, crazy, crazy. You have a big imagination and it makes you delusional. Well, you are right sometimes, but that's just luck. They are stupid and they can't figure out their own life. The people saying these things don't accept or speak of their own gifts. They are jealous of your ability to stand proud in your own light. They live their lives in the shadow and in doubt. Wish them healing and self-love. So, you know what? This could be a Libra you may be dealing with too. Or a Leo. People may call you crazy a lot. They may say that you're weird or that you're off or that you have mental disabilities or things like that. And you know what? That's just because they can't accept their own gifts. They can't accept your gifts, and they can't accept the fact that you're willing to stand in that light and that you're willing to face that censure and not care. You are somebody that it lives in the light. You don't live in the shadows. You don't live in doubt. You are somebody who overcomes your fear and anxiety. Wish them healing and self-love, because that's really what these people need, is healing and self-love, so that they can start standing in their own light and stop wishing they were other people and stop wishing to take you down because you're standing in your light and they aren't. This person is far too impulsive. They are all over the place. I wish that they would just settle down. I didn't realize I would get two of the quote things in this one. Be you. Take a risk, but calculated. It makes life worth living. Others are bitter because they are stuck and stagnant, but they won't leave their comfort zone to create a shift. This person has mental disorders and is far too sensitive. Can't they just be normal? I don't want to be seen with them. They make me look bad by creating scenes. People have emotions, and we are not robots. People like that are why so many people have issues expressing their truth. And keep shining in your authenticity. I mean, really, just keep being you. Keep shining in your authenticity, your truth. Don't allow other people to tear you down or make you feel like you're less than because of this. And don't make people feel like you have mental disorders just because you are living your truth and the true life you feel like you should be living. And you know what? If people don't want to be seen with you, don't be seen with them. Because guess what? You don't need people like that in your life. People that make you feel like you are less than or you're unworthy or like you can't be seen with in public because you make people look bad by being yourself. People have emotions. People are not robots. And that's the whole thing. So many people are so afraid to be their vulnerable, sensitive, true selves and to allow those emotions to come out and be seen, because everybody thinks that it's crazy to have emotions. And you know what? It's not crazy. It's crazy to bottle up all those emotions and then have them come out in really horrible, awful ways all over everybody around you because you kept them in a box for many, many years. And I've dealt with that. So people who keep their emotions in a box are far worse off than people who are actually willing to express them. So we have the King of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands. Ooh. So the Queen of Pentacles came out twice in the last pile. This could be the other side of that, maybe. We have the Eight of Pentacles. We have the Seven of Cups. We have the Five of Cups. We have the Ten of Swords. So, I feel like in this pile, you may be working hard to make up for something in the past as well. There could be something that you feel guilty of or ashamed of. There could have been something that happened that tore something apart in the past, and you may be looking so much at the past and the hurt and the pain and the upset and everything that was lost that you might not be noticing the beauty right in front of you. So, some people could be saying that. Some people could be saying that you have so many options, good options, people who really see your value and who really want to create something. And I feel like some of those people are just plain delusional, and they aren't seeing the fact that you may be dealing with a lot of players, and that's why you're turning all these people down, because they really aren't showing their true self. They are screwing you over. I feel like you are working really hard on your spiritual path, on your spiritual journey, on learning, growing, understanding, and accepting yourself, on building up your security and stability in your life as well. And I feel like you're working really hard to come out of some sort of betrayal from the past that really hurt you very badly. I feel like there's a lot of people talking about how many options you have, how delusional you may be, how sad or depressed you may be, or you know what? I feel like a lot of these people aren't seeing the bright, shining light that you are, though, and I feel like you are just shining with light. After everything you have been through, you are still working on your goals, you're still working on your dreams, you're still building things up, and there's other people who see this and are talking about this. They're talking about how you're building things up, how you're growing things, how you're working towards what you want instead of working towards what everyone else wants, how you are not people pleasing, but you are doing what you feel is best for you. I feel like you also are somebody who takes quick action and goes after what you want. I feel like sometimes you may take a little too quick of action because you see the value in places that other people don't see that value in. And you give chances where some people may not have gave a chance. I feel like you're somebody who is very imaginative, very creative, and I feel like you are using your craft to create something amazing. And there's a lot of people who see that and talk about that as well. So that's what I have for this pile, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed this reading. I would absolutely love to hear what you thought about it, who these people might be, or what you have going on in your life in the comments below. And I hope you guys have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. Bye bye, guys.